results look good. You're getting your antibiotics, and we'll have your pain medication as soon as possible.
Oh, please hurry.
Oh, pain medication will not be necessary.
Well, she's prepped for an emergency exploratory laparotomy, Doctor.
I am aware of that, nurse.
Well, we have to start another line to hydrate her. She's in terrible pain.
Oh.
That's to be expected.
But Dr. Fishman.
Fishman.
Mr. Spencer?
You can call me Fishman. And you can call me Doctor. And we play a little game, maybe, huh? Oh, you feel a little better, I think, already. Oh, yeah. She has a fever. A very high fever. How you been?
Mr. Spencer, I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
How long you been back from Prague?
I'm sorry, you really can't be here.
Oh, sure I can. Can't I, Sweet Pea? Tell her.
She needs something for the pain.
Oh, don't we all?
She could die.
It happens.
Call security.
I don't think I would do that if I were you. It's not going to look good for a young resident if some guy just off the street walks in here and starts dealing with your patient.
Well, this patient requires pain medication, and it's my duty to give it to her.
Don't allow anyone to stand in your way.
Did she tell you what she did to Lucky and to your sister?
Mrs. Cassadine is still my patient. I'm required
So she didn't tell you that she tried to kill Elizabeth?
She what?
Ooh, sudden chill in the air.
Oh.
Why don't we get on with treatment? Otherwise, you just might end up with Stavros.
You tried to kill my sister?
Luke is lying.
She almost succeeded. Ask Lucky. He can give you all the details.
I demand a real doctor and pain medication immediately.
Okay, here's the deal, Sweet Pea. That's sort of a love name I have for her. You tell me your scam, you get all the drugs you need.
If you don't arrange for that pain medication, immediately you will lose your residency.
Now, that doesn't sound to me like a woman who's ready to cop a plea.
Don't touch that patient.
Nurse, why you stand here? Go, get the pain medication. Chop, chop. Woman in great pain. What can I do for you, officer?
It's over, Spencer.
That is Dr. Spencer to you.
You know the drill. You're under arrest for impersonating a physician. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Wow. Good morning, y'all.
How are you, Luke?
Pretty good. You here for a get well soon chat with the Dragon Queen?
Didn't waste much time getting arrested, did you?
Well, you see, I was just here innocently having a little chat with Helena, wishing her well. And just because I happen to be dressed like a doctor, Officer Kish here thought something illegal was going on. Go figure.
Does Commissioner Scorpio know what's going on?
He's out on the crime scene. He told me to detain Mr. Spencer until he had time to deal with him.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is a violation of my civil rights.
So did you try and hurt Helena?
Why would I do that? What side are you on?
You should know whose side I'm on by now.
The police called Nicholas to tell him his grandmother had been taken to the hospital for emergency surgery. I mean, what was he supposed to do, stay home and eat breakfast?
Oh, I would have, but then, of course, I'm not her loving grandson.
Listen, you know I want her locked away for the rest of her life. She could be dying. I felt as if I should be here.
Well, that's very admirable, but don't let your heart get broken yet, because I'm sure she's not dying. In fact, I'm sure this is only the first step towards an escape.
Luke, I ordered you to stay away from Helena. The situation is handled. All you're doing is distracting her guards.
Mac, what I did here is prove a point. If I can get into her, she can get out.
Take the cuffs off. I'm warning you, Luke. Stay away from Helena or you'll be keeping her cell warm.
Commissioner, I'm not going anywhere until she's looking through bars or pushing up daisies.
She asked to speak to me, Commissioner.
Forget it.
Well, you know, the doctors think that she could be dying. You have 2 officers standing guard. I don't see the problem in having a conversation with her.
All right, 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Nicholas.
Listen, I prefer to be alone.
Not a chance. Your grandmother is an expert at messing with people's minds.
You need some help there, Doc?
Whoa, pal, you got here.
That's right, man. When you called, you said it was about Helena. What's going on?
She's in there faking a medical condition, but it's really a plot to escape. So what we're going to do is make sure that doesn't happen.
Hey, look, how you doing, man?
Good. Any idea what Helena's planning?
Not yet.
Whatever it is, we're here to make sure it doesn't work.
Well, whatever it is, I'm with you.
Is there any chance they brought Helena to the hospital because she's actually sick?
Well, that's what they're claiming, but the timing's too perfect, you know. I'm about to remarry Laura. She starts flopping around in her cell.
Yeah.
You're in, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm in. Even if it's only to make sure you don't get arrested for trying to operate on the woman with a rusty spoon.
Helena's been on her deathbed before. It lasts just long enough for people to let down their guard. And then suddenly she's fully recovered, holding a knife to your throat.
What if, just for the sake of argument, she's really dying this time, and her final move is to trick you into killing her, or at least contributing to her death? Sort of a frame-up, one final frame-up as her parting shot?
That's a damn good theory and a scary one. But I don't think I'd buy it. I've looked into her eyes. The old war horse is not finished yet.
Neither of you are getting on the elevator with Helena.
That makes no sense. You trust him to do undercover work for you. You don't trust him to go up in an elevator?
Are you planning to go into surgery with Helena, too?
Bubba, something stinks about this whole thing.
Yeah, I agree, Luke. You're distracting my officers and interfering with their ability to do their job. If my men catch you on the surgery floor, I'm telling them to arrest you. Scorpio. Yeah, I'm at the hospital. I'll call you back.
Plan B?
Yeah, I'll take the stairway around the corner. You take the one in the back of the doctor's lounge.
You got it.
Well, hello, Pumpkin.
I think there's been a mix-up.
I apologize, ma'am. I thought you were somebody else.
Well, that's no cause to be rude.
Do you happen to know Helena Cassadine?
No, and I'd like to be taken to my room, now.
Did anybody ride up in the elevator with you? Another patient? Did you see another
Stop
patient?
badgering me!
Please excuse my friend, ma'am. He's upset.
And very rude.
I need to ask you a question. It's very important.
I want to see my doctor.
I'll get your doctor. In fact, I'm going to get anything you want. But just tell us, did you see the woman who was wheeled up onto this floor? She was about your size, blonde hair with an attitude?
A real bitch?
That's her. Which way'd she go?
What are you two doing here?
Mac, tell your men to cover all the exits.
What's going on?
Helena escaped.
Hi. Elton said it was all right for me to come in.
Gia? So, I picked up my newspaper this morning and I read that Gia Campbell announced to the world that she's returning as the new face of deception. You have something to say about that?
Surprise!
You know, you put me in a really difficult position. You have no idea what I may have negotiated with other talent.
Talent? Vivica Jewell? I have more talent, personality in my little finger. Look, Vivica has been telling everyone that she's your first choice. And I know she would have said something if you'd given her the job. So, did you?
No, not yet. The truth is, I'm thrilled that you want to come back, but next time you have got to tell me first.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so sorry. I quit because I felt I had to. You know, Nicholas has been so wonderful. He's done so much for me, and I would do anything for him. And when he took on this whole big Cassadine family thing, I just wanted to help any way that I could. And if that makes me retro, I don't care.
No, I think it makes Nicholas a lucky guy.
He's been really supportive of my decision to continue modeling. And when we get married, it's going to stay exactly the same.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Oh! I've got news for you.
What?
I just may beat you to the altar.
What? You and Luke?
Yep.
Oh.